Let's pay homage to the Blessed One, supremely enlightened Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We pay homage to our teacher, Lokuswami Manse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Do you remember the discourse about the 4 types of karma? We did few weeks ago. About what is that? Dog duty, ascetic. What is the name of the sutta? Majjhima Nikaya 57, Sutta 57. The ascetic who behaved like a dog. That's the meaning of the sutta, Kukkuravatika Sutta. Just to refresh the memory, we can read through the discourse and then let's go to the discussion of the 4 types of karma. Can everybody read together?
So,
one Buddha was staying in the land of the Koreans, where they have a native Mahamevnawa son. Then Buddha the Korean, the power of Pari, and the nation of Seti saying, don't want to read, where to see the Buddha. Buddha bowed to the Buddha and sat down on one side, while Sariya exchanged greetings and polite conversation with him. People sitting down on one side and curled up like a dog.
Okay.
When I say to the Buddha, it's taken a septic send the other doors of Bhagavad. That's a hard thing. It's for place on the ground. For a long time, he has undertaken as an observer of people like it. Where will he be reborn in his next life? We now they would ask me that for a second time and a third time. Buddha said to the Buddha, Sir, this naked ascetic savior does a hard thing. He eats food placed on the ground. For a long time, he has undertaken that observance to behave like a dog. Where will he be reborn in his next life?
So what do you think why they practice this difficult life? He lives like a dog. That's not an easy living, right? He walks on his paws and eats the food thrown onto the ground. He doesn't wear anything, right? So he's suffering due to cold or heat. It's a very difficult lifestyle. Why does he practice that? He thinks this is the way to be reborn in heaven. Oh, this is the way to the liberation. This is the way to end suffering. So he had honest intentions to end this existence, the end this suffering of the existence. There is no any other purpose. Like he doesn't have intentions like these ordinary people have now today. He doesn't have these intentions of gratifying his senses. He doesn't have that kind of worldly purpose. Like he doesn't want to entertain his life using sense pleasures. This is kind of a. Do you remember the 2 types of extremes in the world Buddha explained? The first one is Kama Sukhalikanu Yoga. It's a long word. Kama Sukhalikanu Yoga. This is the first extreme in the world. Majority of people follow this extreme. The meaning here is gratifying one's senses with sense pleasures. Okay, indulgence in sense pleasures. What is the meaning of Kama Sukha Karma Yoga? That is what 99% people do. They think this is the way to gain happiness. You watch movies, you go to restaurant, eat delicious food, you go to parties, nightclubs. Um, eating delicious food, dancing, singing, like this is how people think this is the way to gain happiness for life. And then some people, while gratifying their senses, they think, no, there should be something more to this life. This gratifying the senses, there is something wrong here. This craving can never be satisfied. And there is lots of suffering behind this search after sense pleasures. Is we are exhausted. So some people think like that. And then they fall into the second stream. They completely cut off sense pleasures. They reject sense pleasures. They think this is a wrong path. The right path is to torture one's own body. You understand that? So the senses are connected to the body, right? So they think if no, the path to happiness, path to liberation, path to lasting peace is to cut off all the gratification connected to the sense pleasures and to torture oneself. So that becomes, but they don't know it is another extreme. They don't know it is also leading to misery. They think it's leading to liberation. Unfortunately, that's the sad thing in the world when there is not the appearance of an enlightened one, and that the enlightened one's teachings are not available in the world. That's the unfortunate thing. The people fall into either of these extremes. So the second extreme is called, what is that? Atta Kila Matanu Yoga. Atta Kila Matanu Yoga. Meaning, or you say torturing. T-O? Torturing oneself. Which one are you practicing now? First one or the second one? First one. Yeah, that's a very honest answer. It's hard to find people who practice in torture, the second one, Attakila Matana Yoga. But the Buddha to be practiced this for 6 years. As a bodhisattva, Buddha to be, he also thought the same way. This is the wrong path. This can be the right path. He was not 100% sure, but he wanted to do an experiment. So he tortures his body to the maximum level where a non-human being has never achieved that kind of an extreme. Like somebody would not have survived, but fortunately Buddha to be survived. We have learned about those extreme austere practices. So this thing, Senior was practicing an austere practice that is included here, torturing oneself. It's a very difficult lifestyle, and he thought this was the right path. But he got to know that the enlightened one has appeared in the world, and he has an extraordinary understanding about the life, about the paths, different paths people follow, and end goals of those paths. Now, with his friend, both of them wanted to see the Buddha, and they still, even though these, like they had teachers to teach these practices, even though their teachers guaranteed that you're going to be reborn in heaven, they still had some doubts. That's why they went to the Buddha. And they asked, where would my friend be reborn after death? So Buddha didn't want to answer for third time, right? 3 times Buddha rejected answering for a reason. Okay.
Well, I'm not getting through to you when I say enough, let it be. Don't ask me that. Let others organize.
So, okay. So now, some people think this path is the right path. Some people think this path is the right one. So where is the right path?
No.
Huh?
The middle path.
You don't know? Middle way? Okay. What is middle way? Middle way means somewhere in here.
Avoiding this too.
Okay, let's come to that when we go along with the sutta. Okay, here.
Take someone who develops the dog observance fully and uninterrupted. They develop a dog's ethics, the dog's mentality, and the dog's behavior fully and uninterrupted. When the body breaks out after death, they are reborn in the company of dogs. But if they had such a view, by this precept of observance, of the natural life, may I become one of the gods. This is their wrong view. An individual with wrong view is reborn in one of two places, I say, hell or the animal realm. So if the dog observer succeeds, it leads to rebirth in a company of dogs. But if it fails, it leads to hell.
Sad, eh? Where is sad? Do people nowadays also think that the path they follow will lead to heaven? People who follow different paths? They do, right? Many people following different paths, they think this is the path to be united with the God of, or to be reborn among gods, or to go to heaven, whatever, right? But we don't know. Like, you cannot say it's guaranteed, right? You have to compare with the Buddha's teachings, because Buddha had this perfect understanding about rebirth. So this is also a very good example. Both friends, they thought they are following the right path, and they also, maybe they also think the other people are following the wrong path. Right? So they thought we are following the right path, but unfortunately, Buddha said you will be reborn among dogs after death, and Buddha explained why, the reasons, and also if not, uh, because of the wrong view, that thinking that by following this dog's duty ascetic, I'll be reborn in heaven. That is your wrong view. So if you're not going to be reborn as a dog, you will be reborn in hell. That's a great disaster, great failure of the practice, right? Yeah, this the reason is like the explains here, because he practices dogs, yeah, like behaviors, the lifestyle, dog's mentality. So then your mind and your volition, everything is arranged according to that karma. You can see that, like, the way we do things here, the way we say things here, the way we think about things create next life. Creating next life means creating the body in the next life. Like this, his behavior, his mentality, his volition, his action, bodily, verbal, mental actions created his body, the future body. What is the shape of that body? A dog's body. Now he is a human being. And next life, his body will be a dog's body. And do you remember we learned about the different realms last time? The higher realms, lower realms. So now he is in a higher realm, human realm. And suddenly he drops all the way to a lower realm, animal's realm. The body of a dog means he's in the animal realm. But he didn't know about his future until he met with the Buddha, right? Okay, then?
When he said this, Daniel cried and burst out in tears. The Buddha said to Punna, "This is what I didn't get to you when I said, enough, Punna, let it be, don't ask me." Sanya said, "Sir, I'm crying because of what the Buddha said. But sir, for a long time I have undertaken this observance to behave like a dog. Sir, this Punna is a cow of water. For a long time he has undertaken that observance to behave like a cow. Where will he be reborn in his next?"
Okay, so his friend behaves like a cow. That means he also is naked because cows don't wear clothes. And so he's suffering a lot due to cold during cold seasons and suffers due to heat during summer season. And then he is vegetarian. Cows don't eat meat. He's vegetarian. And yeah, maybe he doesn't live inside a room or house. Maybe he lives outside. Maybe he eats hay because seriously he follows it.
Cool.
Yeah. And maybe he sleeps on cow dung like a cow. Cows live. It's not an easy life. Where will he be reborn in his next life? Now the friend asks.
Enough, Sanya, let it be, don't ask me that. For a second time and a third time, Sanya said to the Sir, this Buddha is of cow water. For a long time he has undertaken that observance to behave like a cow. Where will he be this next time? Clearly, Sanya, I'm not getting through to you when I say, now Sanya, let it be. Don't ask me that. Nevertheless, I will answer you. Take someone who develops the cow observance fully and uninterrupted. They develop cow senses, a cow's mentality, and a cow's behavior fully and uninterrupted. When their body breaks up, after that, they are reborn in the company of cows. But if they have such a view, by this precept or observance of permanent austerity or spiritual life, may I become one of the gods. This is their wrong view. An individual wrong view is reborn in one of the two places, I say, hell or the animal race. So if the cow observance succeeds, it leads to living in the company of cows, but if it fails, it leads to hell. When he said this, Puna cried and burst out in tears. The Buddha said to Sanya, "This is what I didn't get through to you when I said, enough, Sanya, don't let it be, don't ask me." Buddha said, "So I'm not crying because of what the Buddha said. But sir, for a long time I have undertaken these observance to behave like that. I'm quite confident that the Buddha is capable of teaching me so that I can give up this how observe and the latest ascetic state can give up that wrong observe."
So they are ready. They are ready to give up their extremes. That's very, very powerful. They are so humble. They respect the enlightenment of the Buddha. Now they have like lots of confidence, faith in what Buddha realized about this life. That's why they are like maybe they have been practicing this for years. The very first day they met and conversed with the Buddha, they are ready to give up. That's the difference between people nowadays and the people who lived in 2500 years ago. Nowadays, people are not ready to give up their views, their opinions about life easily. They don't have that wisdom. They don't have that humility. But this is a very good example, the difference between the human mind now and long time ago, when Buddha was alive. Okay, now they are ready to learn about the truth.
Well, then, Buddha, listen and apply your mind well, I will see. Yes, sir, well, the Buddha said, Buddha, I declare these four rights, having realized them in my own minds. What for? There are dark deeds with dark results, right deeds with right results, dark and right deeds with dark and right results. And neither dark nor bright deeds with neither dark nor bright results, which lead to the ending of evil.
Okay, so these are the four types of karma realized by the enlightened one with his own knowledge, wisdom. No one else has realized these four types of karma in the world. So the first one is deeds here means karma, okay? So dark karma with dark results. Okay, let's learn about that first. What is the meaning? Buddha explains here.
And what are dark deeds with dark results? Is when someone makes hurtful choices by way of body, speech, and mind. Having made these choices, they are involved in a hurtful world, where hurtful context strikes them. Touched by hurtful context, they experience hurtful feelings that are exclusively painful, like the beings in hell. This is how a being is born from a being.
Okay, hold on. This is a being is born from,
A being.
yeah, that means from karma. Okay.
For your deeds determine your rebirth.
Deed means karma. Okay.
And when your reborn contacts strike you, this is why I say that affected deeds are heirs to their deeds. These are called dark deeds with dark results.
Okay. So now you can understand why Buddha explains. This is why I say that beings are heirs to their karma. Karma creates their life, right? Karma creates their rebirth. Karma creates that experience. And that experience is felt with contact. So the respective contacts touch you when you are reborn in that respective realm. So these are called dark karma with dark results. Examples. So what are these? What are the examples? Having made these choices. So what are the hurtful choices? This translation here is hurtful choices by way of body, speech, and mind. Abhyapajyehi karme. Abhyapajya karma means what are the examples? We have learned about those before. Unwholesome actions. Unwholesome actions. Akusala, akusala karma, right? Akusala karma. This karma leads to a miserable rebirth. What are the examples? Killing humans, killing animals, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, drinks, taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. There are so many crimes in the world, right? All those crimes are included in akusala karma. Uh, You have a list of crimes in the present world. All those evil things are done by body, speech, and mind. So also anger, hatred, wrong view, all these unwholesome qualities. And these are the actions that create this life in hell. Because through these actions, somebody hurts someone else. And in the nature, how the natural law works, the doer is responsible for that action. So that doer has to go through pain. That is how this existence is formed. And that doer, the evil doer, is placed in an environment where, as Buddha realized, a painful contact strike that person. See how the nature decides things? If you hurt somebody, you are going to be hurt. That's the karma. When you kill somebody, when you steal something, when you deceive somebody, when you cheat somebody, doesn't the other person suffer because of your action? Is the other person happy?
No.
Not at all. So then the result will follow the doer. So if we don't like pain in life, if we don't like suffering, what should be avoided? Hurting others, giving pain to others. Otherwise, it will come back. Doesn't matter how many times we pray. Doesn't matter how many offerings we make. Pain will come back to us. So those are the actions that create pain in somebody. Killing, stealing, injuring, harming, shooting, stabbing, stealing, lying, right? That's why Buddha there are other discourses Buddha explained you should apply this method to your own life. Do you like to be killed by somebody? Never. Then think that others are all also like that. They also love their life. Do you like to be stolen things from you? No. Think about others. They also don't like to be stolen their things. That's a beautiful way of following the wholesome path. If you like to learn more about these, the actions in this first category, bodily actions, verbal actions, and mental actions, you can read discourses. There is a section called Lakkana Samyutta in the connected discourses, Lakkana Samyutta. About ghosts. And also you can read Petavattu, the stories of ghosts. Some stories of ghosts fall under this category. Some of them fall under different category of this fourth, but we are talking about the first one. Let's go to the second type of karma.
For the bright deeds with bright results is when someone makes pleasing choices by way of body, speech, and mind. Having made these choices, they are reborn in a pleasing form. For pleasing contacts strike them. Touched by pleasing contacts, they experience pleasing feelings of perfect happiness, like the gods of universal beauty. This is how a being is born from within. For your deeds determine your rebirth, and your reborn contacts strike. This is why I say that sentient beings are heirs to their deeds. These are called right deeds with right rights.
It's beautiful. Isn't it? Look at this statement of the Buddha. What is that? Your deeds, your karma, your actions determine your rebirth. Very, very wise. Very wise. Extremely wise. And we are the heirs to our own karma. Nobody else. Very, very powerful statements. What do you think? What do you think about the enlightenment of the Buddha? Huh? It's perfect, right? Complete. So this is the second category. Where does the dog duty ascetic that the karma arranged in his life, and cow duty ascetic the karma arranged in his life, Senia's Punna's life, where does that karma, their karma fall? Huh? They are destined to hell, right? One part of their result of karma, that means probably here.
If it fails,
Dark karma with dark results.
Like the last time you were saying about the dog, I said he was feeling bad for the cow, right? The compassion, right?
Yeah.
In that situation he was in, he was
Yeah, they were really good friends. Like they fell for each other. They had those good qualities inside, but their practice was very strong. That would come first to decide their rebirth. But Buddha is trying to help them to bring that wholesome energy to the surface. That's hidden inside, and that's not that strong to determine their rebirth. The qualities inside.
Is that the one become Arahant?
One of them, yes. So this is second type of karma. Bright karma with bright results. Bright karma with bright results. Examples: someone makes pleasing choices by way of body, speech, and mind. Sabhyapajjayi.
no, Abhya.
Abhyapajjayi. Karma. Good things. Good karma arranged by body, speech, and mind. What are the examples? Huh? Listening to Dhamma. Why not? Definitely good karma.
Generosity.
Generosity.
Practice loving kindness.
Practice loving kindness, meditation.
Keeping precepts.
Keeping precepts, following precepts, 5 precepts, 8 precepts. Volunteering. Taking care of parents. Respecting elders. Paying homage to those who are worthy of homage. The Buddhas, paying homage to the Buddha, paying homage to the monks, Sangha, paying homage to the relics, stupas, bodhi trees, and doing, earning money righteously, helping others with
Observing
honest,
right view.
holding right view. Yes. Yeah. So those are the good karma done by body, speech, and mind. And what is the nature? What is the natural law in the world? That person who practices generosity, keeping precepts. Remember, one day we learned about the benefits of precepts. The consequences of precepts is that you give fearlessness to others around you. So you by following a wholesome life, you are giving so much peace, so much happiness to the people around you, including yourself. Because you gave peace, because you gave happiness, you are going to receive it. So the karma will take you to an environment where you will get that peace. Isn't that fair? That's the karma. That's the karma. It's nobody created that. That's the natural how the natural law works. And then that being is touched by pleasant contacts. Did you see that? That person is reborn in a pleasing world where pleasing contacts strike them. Pleasing contacts touch them. How does the contacts touch that person? Through the eye contact, ear contact, nose contact, body contact, and mind contact. 6 classes of contacts. That's contacts are used when we experience pain or pleasure in the human world. But in this world, those contacts only generate happiness. There is such a world, and what is the name of that world? This is the translation. No. What's the name? What is the Pali name of that world? Okay. So abhyapajye passehi puttho samano abhyapajjam vedanam vedati ekanta sukha. Ekanta sukha means when that being is that he is a really fortunate one, right? He did only good things, Didn't hurt anybody, always patient, always kind, always generous, beautiful heart. That person experiences ekanta sukham feelings means only pleasant feelings. That means through contact, right? Remember those contacts, eye contact, ear contact. So that means whatever that person sees with the eyes, only sees happy things. What do you think? How do we experience here? Do we think only happy things? No, when we see enemies with our eyes, enemies, the people who unfriendly people, that's an unpleasant contact. Right? And when we see blood, dead people, dead bodies, unpleasant sight, right? But in this life, in this world, no such sights, only happy sights. Who likes to go there? Everybody likes. And how to go there? To do lots of good things, good deeds. And in that world, whatever they hear, the sounds, they only hear happy sounds. How about here? Huh? Sometimes people praise us and then we are happy. Sometimes they insult us, yells at us, and use bad words. We get angry, use hard words, right? So, you see the difference? And then we cry. Why did that person say that to me? We cry. See the difference? So these beings only hear pleasant sounds. And they only smell pleasant smells. They only taste pleasant tastes, delicious taste only. How do they get that? They have to pay free of charge. Everything free of charge. This is a specific heaven. Everything free. That is what the natural law rewards you. And whatever taste to the tongue is pleasant. Whatever touch they experience, only pleasant. Whatever thought that comes to their mind, only generates happiness. In our life, sometimes happy thoughts come, we are happy, right? We smile, secretly we laugh, we are happy, right? We entertain it. But sometimes, especially during meditation, what kind of thoughts come? sad thoughts, bad thoughts, negative thoughts, and we suffer, right? Oh, I can't meditate well. What is this? I cannot concentrate my mind. And we suffer. We get upset. See the difference? So these beings only experience ekanta sukhang means exclusively pleasant feelings. Exclusively pleasant feeling. Shayathapi deva subhakinha. That is the world. That is the heaven called Subhakinha. I can put it in green because it's a place. It's a place good to go. So Subhakinha. Subhakinha. Subhakinha heaven. Only this heaven, okay? There are so many heavens, but exclusively pleasant feelings are experienced only in this heaven. That's very important. To go to this heaven, one should create lots of good karma compared to the other heavenly beings. This is like one of the most difficult exams to pass. You can go to other heavens, but not for this heaven easily. Huh? This is like VVIP. But there are beings in this world too. Buddha saw that. Think about that. Subhaki in heaven. Okay, that's the name of the heaven. Bright karma with bright results. Do you think you were not that in heaven? You think you were not in that heaven before?
We were.
You cannot say no. We have been wandering everywhere except one world. Huh? Hell? That's our home. Hell is our home, as Buddha realized. If you think about our journey up to here, this is endless past. You can say most part we were in hell. That's the Buddha's understanding. That's why Buddha says this human life we have gained here, extremely rare. We have come to this human world after a long time. So, as I said before, not only about our life, Buddha's life, same. One day Buddha taught a discourse. In that discourse, Buddha said, some people, the truth seekers, believe by the times you take rebirth, like how many times you take a rebirth, there is a specific amount of rebirths, let's say millions of rebirths. And some teachers, from religious masters teach, if you finish your rebirth cycle, that means you reborn million times, you will be liberated. No more suffering, no more rebirth. So everybody should complete that cycle, million rebirths, okay? And when you come to the million, automatically you are liberated. Some teachers teach. Then Buddha said, if you think that is true, Buddha said, I myself, Buddha said, have been reborn more than that in every place. Buddha said, in my past, I have been reborn in every place except one place. So it is, if that is true, then I would have been already liberated. If you count the times of rebirth, that many rebirths I have taken rebirth, that many times. So Buddha said, it is difficult to find a place where I did not live before, except one place. That one place is a special Brahma world where only non-returners are reborn. If Buddha became a non-returner before, he would have never come to the human world again. That's why Buddha said that. So that's the only place. Otherwise, Buddha said it's not difficult. It's very difficult to find a place where I did not live before. If Buddha's life was like that, how about us? So we have lived every life. We have lived in places like Gaza. We have lived in places, whatever the war zones in the world. We have lived. We have spent the life of terrorists. We have lived the life of presidents. You cannot name a single life you didn't live. You cannot name a single crime you haven't committed. You cannot say, oh, that person is very evil. Why is he doing that? I have not done that. You cannot say. Buddha says, we have done all of it. And if we don't avoid these two extremes in this life and enter a very special path, avoiding these two paths, if we don't enter a very specific path, you cannot say that I am not going to commit that crime in the future. You cannot say, because you may commit that same crime in the future. This is very risky journey. So in this journey, no one is safe. No one is safe, except the people who have entered that specific path. So that's a Subhakina world. So that's a second category. Now we go to the third category. Here, third one. Third one, right?
Yeah.
Here.
And what are dark and bright deeds with dark and bright results? Is when someone makes both hurtful and pleasing choices by way of body, speech, and mind. Having made these choices, they are born in a world that is both hurtful and pleasing, where hurtful and pleasing contents strike. Touched by both hurtful and pleasing contents, they experience both hurtful and pleasing feelings that are a mixture of pleasure and pain, like humans, some gods, and some beings in the unknown.
Okay. Oh, what happened? Here. This is how. Hey, read, please read.
This is how it is born of being. For what if you praise above your rebirth, and when your reward contest strikes you? This is why I say that sentient beings are heirs to their deeds. These are called dark and bright deeds with dark and bright results.
Okay, that's the third one. Okay, what is that? Third one. Third one. What's, how do you call it?
Dark,
Huh?
dark and bright karma.
Dark and bright karma.
Dark.
Think about this wisdom of the Buddha. Dark and bright karma with dark and bright results. Examples.
Human.
That's a we. Huh? That's we. So humans they all fall into this category, but they try to live like they are in this category. Right? So they are in this category. But all humans want to live in the second category. Isn't that the truth? Our dream that human world should be like this. And our experiences should be like those experience in this world, this category. Will that happen? Never. You have to change the realm. You cannot change the human world. You have to change the realm. Okay. Change the realm means you have to be born in here.
Oh.
Okay. Your rebirth realm. So some humans, this is interesting, not only humans, some gods, Buddha explains, some gods also. That means other heavens fall into this category, except this heaven. So don't think that all the heavens are like exclusively pleasant feelings. Only this heaven, but in other heavens, there are marriage problems, divorce problems. If you read the Sakkapanya Sutta, you will learn. And then sense pleasure problems, greedy problems, anger problems. You can see those things are in other heavens. And but still free, everything free, okay? So that pain you don't have, mortgage problems. No, housing problems. You don't have that, but when you compare the suffering in the human world, very less suffering there, okay? So some gods and some beings in the underworld. Underworld means some humans, some gods, and some beings in the underworld. Underworld means lower realms. Examples, okay? Examples. Okay, here, what are the examples? Humans, some, not all gods, some gods, animals, ghosts, some animals, some ghosts, like that. So these beings are in underworld. Underworld means lower world. Okay. So now I will show you something. I just wanted to share that with you. Recently, this is an example for another example from the human world. Example about mixture of dark and bright karma with dark and bright results. Okay, we all experience, but this is another example. So recently in Sri Lanka, a mother left her newly born baby in the midst of a paddy field under a big tree. Okay, and she was there for 1 or 2 days, a girl baby. But the miracle happened was nobody hurt that baby. Not a dog, not a jackal, not a snake, not a crow, not a bird. And she was saved. And then somebody stranger passing by noticed the baby. And now she is in hospital with the nurse as she's in good health. And then it was broadcasted on news, and more than 1,000 phone calls were made all around the world to adopt that baby. People from Canada, people from US, people from Germany, people from Italy, people from UK, because Sri Lankans are everywhere, right? So maybe even non-Sri Lankans, we don't know. But many people need the baby. So much love for the baby. Do you see the mixture? She didn't get the love of the real mother, but she's going to get she's getting love from many mothers, many people. So there is a similar incident here Let's see if we can find that. We are learning about the mixture of good and bad karma. Mixture of karma. Good karma, good dark karma, dark and bright karma with dark and bright results. Okay, can everybody read?
Great does knowledge is wonderful. The blessed bundle perfectly has lots of merit and Buddha's heart. This baby has been abandoned in the cemetery. He survives by drinking milk oozing out of his tongue. Humans and non-humans will not harm him. This is because the baby has previously done many meritorious.
Okay, so this baby was abandoned in a cemetery. The Sri Lankan baby was abandoned in the middle of paddy field under a tree. So this is even scary. And miracle happens. The milk coming from this baby's finger, the thumb. And that's how baby survives. And here Buddha teaches demons and non-humans will not harm him. So that means there is a danger for any baby, not only like it's not only the attacks coming from humans, like if you're in a war zone or whatever, right? Wherever. And maybe attacks coming from humans, animals, and also from non-humans. So that's something that we don't know how happens in this world. Maybe many babies die due to the attacks of non-humans. That's why, like, especially people who know the Dhamma, like pregnant mothers, they go to the temples, ask Bhantes to chant blessings, receive blessings. Like, even though they don't know the purpose, they know the solution. And now why the baby survives? Buddha said because this baby has done lots of merits in the past. See this here?
Dogs lick his feet to clean them, while crows and jackals protect him. Clocktoppers remove the impurities from his blood, and crows wipe on the dirt causes.
Can you believe? It's just a piece of meat. But dogs don't eat. They are there to help. No one, no parents, nobody there.
To provide him with medicine or to penetrate his blood. Being in such a horrible state, burdened, cold and shivering, makes the survival's disease uncertain. Yes, it requires Supreme Buddha, teacher of gods and humans, saw him at last. This baby will become a member of a high caste family with great.
Look at the prediction. Everybody thinks this baby is going to die, like so weak, shivering in cold, no mother, no father, like it's like almost like this baby is very unfortunate, right? But suddenly Buddha made a prediction. This baby is going to be a very rich person in this same city. What is this? Is that possible?
Yes.
Then the villagers asked,
What has the baby done in his previous life to get these results? Having fallen to a miserable fate, how would this baby become a member of a high caste family?
can you see the mixture of results? Miserable results also in the future? Happy results. Mixture of results. And Buddha answers.
In his previous life, he insulted a group of people who were giving alms to the monks headed by the Buddha. And he spoke harshly to the Buddha and the monks.
Oh, that is dark karma. That's the dark karma with dark results. Okay, that's the first part of it. So what is the dark karma? Why he was thrown into this cemetery? Because a group of people in that village. Now this happened under the same Buddha's time. He was in the human world when the Gautama Buddha was there. And then the group of people in his village organized a dana and gave dana to the monks needed by the Buddha so happily, respectfully, and faithfully. But this man, he was not happy about it. He said bad things about it. He said, why you give to these bald-headed monks? They have plenty. Give it to these other people. Something like that, he said. He spoke harshly to the Buddha and the monks. Okay, so that's the bad karma generated by him. And then what happened was, after that, other people heard him saying these bad words and they felt very sad. Oh, this man is like, he's making bad karma. This Buddha and the monks, the Sangha, they are worthy of respect, worthy of gifts, worthy of offerings. You can collect good karma by giving alms to them, giving gifts to them. Why this person doesn't understand this? Like they were talking. And then they had kindness, they had compassion. They reported this to that man's mother. Okay. And then the mother was very wise. She was faithful follower of the Buddha, and she decided to help her son. And she went up to her son and explained everything. This is wrong. You are thinking wrong. You have misunderstood things, and you should not say things like that to the Buddha and to the monks. They are virtuous monks, and like that. And what happened? Okay.
Afterwards, he
After that evil mind, becoming a devoted disciple, he developed a happy mind towards the Supreme Buddha and monks. Furthermore, he offered rice bowl to the Supreme Buddha for 7 days.
Oh, complete transformation. Mother helped him. There was a good mother. Otherwise, he would have ended up in hell, definitely. And so when we use words, if the other party has good qualities like parents, like if children use bad words against their parents, the children are going to generate like grave bad karma. It's not like children talking to other people bad in the bad way. Different when they talk to their parents, because parents are worthy of gifts, worthy of offerings of children. So it's not like the same words expressed to others generate same karma. No. Same word expressed to different people generates different karma. You cannot say same actions performed against other people create same results. Wrong. Same actions performed against different individuals generate different karma. If you kill an arahant, next life, definitely in hell. If children kill their parents, those children will be reborn definitely in hell. There's no cure. But the people who kill, let's say, like an animal, it can be curable. They can do more wholesome karma, more good karma, and then they can weaken the killing of that animal. It will not take them to hell. But the killing of their own parents definitely take that being to hell. See, there is a difference? Same action, different results. Because the other party was different. In the same way, when we utter words, it's important who is receiving these words. our friends receiving those words, ordinary people receiving these words, our parents receiving these words, the monks receiving these words, that has consequences, different consequences. That's how natural law works. Okay. So what happened was his mother helped him and he changed his mind. He realized I made a mistake and now I want to correct it. And so he made his mind confident towards the triple gem, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and he even wanted to give dana for 7 days. That is good karma, bad karma. Placing confidence towards the Buddha and Sangha, giving dana, good karma. That is bright karma. Now you see how the mixture is arranged now? And now, because of the confidence in the Buddha and the Sangha and the karma of giving, prevented this man from going to hell. This karma became more powerful now than those words. But those words uttered before, the harsh words against the Buddha, did not disappear. This good karma, the confidence of the Buddha and the Sangha, and also the giving dana, this karma came first, gave him rebirth in the human world. But that karma, bad karma, also followed him. That is why he was forgotten, abandoned by the mother, and now in the cemetery. But also because of the power of the dana, that karma, those animals don't attack, don't kill. So his good karma became more powerful than his bad karma. But bad karma does not disappear by chance. A specific path should be followed.
This one is good actions. That is why even though he is miserable now, he will be very healthy and happy in the future.
And another result of the good karma of confidence in the Buddha and the Sangha and the dana, giving dana. What is another result? He will be very wealthy. He will be very rich in the future in the human world. Now he's just born, he's a baby. But this is Buddha's prediction. He will be very rich. It's also a result of giving dana. See the power? So these are very beautiful lessons, important lessons. Even if we have made mistakes in our life, like no need to stuck in there and in that prison of pain, always you can improve, we can change, we can transform for the better. And then that results will change, weaken the bad results. Didn't this weaken the bad results of the baby? Like otherwise it would have been born in hell. But this good karma changed everything. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end. The karma of the confidence of the pleasant minds towards an enlightened one really born, that karma and giving dana to the Buddha and the Sangha, that karma does not end there. Look at this.
He will live in this world for 100 years as a very wealthy and happy person. And after that, he will be born in the Tamasitsa heaven with the gods.
See the difference? See the prediction of the Buddha? That means he becomes a disciple of the Buddha. He got 2 chances, right? Previous life also he was close to the Buddha in that village, same village where Buddha was. And now he is a baby and he can see the Buddha. Yeah, 2 lives in front of the Buddha. It's very rare. Okay, so we remembered, Bhantes remembered this story when we heard about the baby in Sri Lanka. Who knows, right? So there will be some background story, but nobody knows. At least you can get an idea.
Yes, Bhante, now Budaya. So in this story, so the transformation, it's because of his mother, right? So
Your
and
mother helped.
yes.
No, his transformation happened because of his own karma. Like he changed the way he thinks, and
Yes.
he is the one who gave dana. But
Yes.
mother, as a Kalyanamitta, guided him.
Yes. Yes. Now my question, Bante, what if there's no Kalyanmita,
Oh,
like the mother?
don't ask me
How
that
will a
question.
person
That's very sad. That's very sad. Don't ask me that.
So, but then I'm asking is because a certain person, let's say they may have this mixture of bad and good karma, but then would it be that it's because a person has his own conscience? You know, there's something inside that would urge him to do good, you know? Is there such a thing of conscience?
No, but you know, it all depends who is around you.
Oh, so it's the Kalemita is very
Definitely,
important.
yeah. Definitely. 100%. Kalyanamitas are important. Okay.
Okay. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So far we learned about 1, 2, 3. 3 types of karma. And the most important one is the fourth one. So don't miss future classes. Okay. Also, Kukkuravatika Sutta, there is a beautiful part, the remaining last part of the sutta we will learn in the future. We collected lots of merit this evening by going for the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, observing precepts, practicing meditation, reading the words of the Buddha, and also through the Dhamma discussion, we share all the merit with our teacher, Lokaswami Nonsense.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu,
Share all the merit with heavenly beings.
sadhu, sadhu.
We share merit with our parents, teachers, family members, all beings, friends, all beings in this world. May all beings enjoy good health, long life, happiness, and peace.
Sarai Bante, allow us to share merit with family and ask for forgiveness.
Okay.
Okasa wandana
Okay.
Maya tatang punya samina
Sadhu
samina tatang punya maya kamsa
Anumodat.
satu satu anumoda okasa dwaratena tatang sabana.
Come on. Abhivadana Silis Nichang Vada Pachayino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvanno Sukambalang Ayuraroga Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Mivache Ato Nibbana Sampatti Minati Samijjato. May you be well and happy. Namo Buddhaya.